it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is the 9th. So I have a design team project for Color Rush Studio, but I'm also playing along with Off the Board, and Thursdays are twofers. So you can see my two pins over to the left. I have a sketch, and this sketch was perfect with that Vicki Boutin paper. And I just fussy cut out all of the layers. You could totally do it with scraps and that type of thing, but that paper was just perfect. So I went ahead and fussy cut it, and I am going to put it off to the left-hand side, just like you see in the sketch. Now, the other pin I have is this cute little tag, and it has a title on it made of Scrabble pieces, which are so perfect because our alphas this month for the July kits are Scrabble pieces. So I went through the Scrabble pieces and decided to do the word tiny because I am scrapbooking a picture of, it's not what you would consider a tiny house, but it's like the smallest house in Boston. I don't remember. It's like, I don't know, maybe 10 feet wide. I do think it's pretty long, but it looks like it's just like shoved right into this. And it was in our book of like things to see, but I forgot about it until we were touring the cemetery that was across the street. And I turned around, I was like, oh my gosh, that's that little house. So I took a picture. I love that it's blue shoved in between these brick houses. It's pretty cool. So I am going to follow the sketch fairly closely. I do have the one photo. I am going to trim it down and mat it in white cardstock so it fits on one of the 4x6 cut apart pieces from the kit, because I'm not going to use that one, but I really liked it as a frame. So when you look at cut aparts, definitely think kind of outside the box about using it. Like, you don't have to use it as a journaling spot. You don't have to use it as a title piece. Like, I find cut apart pieces are really good as layering pieces because I'm not very good at using cut aparts, but this layers perfectly, and it's got like 2 separate frames. It looks great. So when you do cut apart this piece, definitely kind of keep that in mind, especially if you can trim down your picture to make it fit in there, which is what I did. So I did feel like I needed something on the edge of those papers. So at first I was thinking this piece, and this is also from the cut apart sheet. And instead I'm going to go with this really pretty blue floral frazzle to bring in some more of the blue, because the blue definitely in this house is the same blue that you see in that frazzle. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And I feel like that's pretty much the base of the sketch. And I've got my tag with my title. And so now it's just time to do some embellishing. So behind the photo, it does have a couple of different layers, and they're kind of staggered. So to do that, I'm actually going to pull in this ephemera piece that is a film strip, but I'm going to cut it in part. I'm only going to use half of it. And then I'm also going to add a couple of layers on the top and bottom. So I'm going to do, I wouldn't really say there's some definite embellishment clusters. I would say that I just embellished around the photo. So I do want to find something to go on the top. I'm going to end up going with this postcard. I like the gray, and I like the scallopy border of it. I think it adds just a little bit. And then I did want to add a key because it's a house and houses have keys. Like, I feel like that's totally appropriate, right? So I have one of the metal keys down there by the title, but I am going to switch that out, but not quite yet. So I'm just kind of going through all of the ephemera. We get so many items with this kit this month, and so there's so much to flip through. So I like the butterfly. I like the sparkly gold just to bring another kind of like pop. So I have that down there. I'm not sure I'm liking it with the kind of rusticy key that I have over there. And that's when I bust into these acrylics, and they are gold mirrored. They are beautiful. So I'm going to pull out one of the keys and replace that. And since I decided to do that, I decided to bring in kind of that flat gold butterfly instead of the glitter one. And then I was like, oh, we need a lock to go with our key. So I'm going to stick that up there. I have a chipboard piece that it says enjoy the journey, because this was on our walk when we did the Boston Freedom Trail. So I thought, yeah, we're walking. And then I thought about the car because there is a street in front of it, and I do use my tag to cover up the one vehicle that was in the street. So I'm like, yeah, nah, never mind. And then I came across this ruler and I was so excited. I'm like, this is perfect. We're talking about the size of this house and how it's so small. And so I really felt like the ruler was just the perfect embellishment to go on there. So I'm going to layer that with like the film strip on the left-hand side. I just wanted to see the majority of it. I did like how it popped off the right-hand side with the black background, but I wanted to see more of it. So that's why it ended up on the right. And then I think I had one more chipboard piece that says wander with me. Oh, and the stamp. Why not? And then I added some frazzle to the tag. And that is going to do it for this layout. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will have the playlist for Off the Board linked down below, as well as everything for Color Rush Studio in the description box, so you can get your hands on this because it's going to sell out. I just know it. So here are a couple of close-ups. You can always use my code 10Crystal and it will save you 10% in the shop too. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you later. Bye.